It is time to talk about Pinterest Presents 2025. Now, we're going to cover a recap here today. We just had it air at the end of September. I was not able to watch it live, but I was able to watch a replay. I will link down below in the app for you. But there was a lot of conversation around ads, around your catalog, buying power, Gen Z. There was a lot. Before we dive into the recap, I want to let you know that our team helps specifically with shopping integrations as well as ad campaigns. So if after listening to this recap, you get a little excited to get your shop up and running on Pinterest, or you want to start with ads, whether consulting or having us manage for you, we have a pretty robust team that can help. So scroll down below and just click the link to book a call with our team, and we can get you set up. Pinterest Presents 2025. It was its 5th year. And really a lot of the conversation was around like product updates, advertiser tools, and a lot of trend insights. They talked a lot about enhanced visual search to their new AI-powered features. And it really highlighted how the platform continues to evolve. I also had a quick cameo appearance in there. You can see in the picture right here. They highlighted the Pinterest educators, which was such a joy for me to see. The official theme this year was "It's different here," reflecting Pinterest's longstanding kind of position in the social media industry to be different than the rest. It had a spy kind of secret agent aesthetic to really underscore kind of this discovery intrigue, which was pretty cool. And there was a big emphasis on visual search, meaning users and advertisers alike are being nudged to think less in text-based queries or searches and more in seeing what you want. There was a lot of emphasis about the differentiator of their platform, which I loved. They really wanted to hit home how they want to be a part of the conversation and the movement to make a positive impact on the social media landscape that tends to have a really toxic feel. I like that Bill Reddy used the comparison of the auto industry, meaning the auto industry has competed in this realm of how they can be more safe. What if social media platforms competed to be more safe for our mental health, not just for younger people, but for everybody alike? Maybe competing on positivity than competing on negativity. I loved that angle, and I think Pinterest needed to own that for years. And I feel like the last couple of years, they have done such a good job at that. So I want to take this in 2 parts. I'm going to take like a dimension or a take that they took, like a category. And then I'm going to talk about what's different now and then why that differentiation matters. And then we're going to kind of break down the events and things that they highlighted. I highly encourage you to watch it. It's about an hour long. I have been watching it while I get ready in the morning and just kind of getting a little flair of what people are talking about. So again, I highly encourage you to watch it after you watch this video. So the first kind of category is discovery and search. What's different now is visual rather than text first. This was a big thing that they really highlighted. And one of the call outs that I appreciated was that they want to hit on this idea of people know it when they see it. And they can't necessarily describe it. And we've all been in that position before. We will say, I really want this, but I just don't know how to describe it. I'll know it when I see it. And they said that this is a big differentiator for Pinterest than searching on chat or Google when you need to describe it. They talked about how you can look at different features of maybe a shirt. You can do fabric, you can do fit, you can do body type, where you can keep going deeper on that. So that was a really cool thing to talk about, that search and discovery piece. That leads into this idea of commerce and shopping. They have new tools like Your Shop, which offers personalization product ideas where they will surface some things that you are interested in and that are really catered to you. That goes along with this, you know it when you see it, right? That Your Shop will kind of help facilitate that. So it strengthens Pinterest's role in the shopping journey. Basically not just being inspiration, but actually leading you towards making a decision. The other is ad and catalog tools. So what's different now is more automation, AI, and visual catalog upload features. So Adding your catalog to Pinterest is free and it is really easy. So they wanted to emphasize that they are interested in helping brands scale and better match inventory to what users want. And so in order to do that, you need to add your catalog. We have recommended this for years from the moment it came out on Pinterest. We have told every e-commerce seller, you absolutely have to have your catalog connected on Pinterest. It will make a world of difference. And we're seeing that even more as we go into the future. The last is brand differentiation. So Pinterest wants to reinforce that its platform is distinct from traditional social or e-commerce channel. We're different here. Right? It's different here. This encourages brands to tap into Pinterest's strengths of curation and visual search rather than mimic other platforms. Here's what I love about this is that I have said for years, it's not it's not or like Pinterest or Instagram, Pinterest or TikTok. It can be both and. So it can be Instagram and Pinterest, TikTok and Pinterest. It's just different. The way that people surface ideas, how they find it on Pinterest, it's different here. And so you want to have both. I thought that was really great. Okay, here are 3 categories of events that happened. So visual search helps power decisions. I have a video on this channel about the visual search tool. I will link to that here. If you've never used that on Pinterest, in fact, it's been around for years, and they did highlight that they have been really making strides and gains in this area of visual search for the last couple of years. It helped initially because if you couldn't find a link to something, you could hover over the visual search and then you could find another pin that had a link. They are continuing to lean into that in order to help people make better buying decisions. Here's a few stats. 39% of Gen Z, and there was a lot of conversation about Gen Z, now prefer to start searches on Pinterest over other search engines, mostly because of their visual search. New board updates, currently they're testing these, aim to improve how users save, organize, and shop ideas in more personalized ways. The other topic around visual search is that it's becoming more intuitive and image-based so users can find what they're looking for without needing the right words. I'll know it when I see it. Again, one of the biggest calls to action here with visual search is uploading a full product catalog. And that remains one of the best ways to increase your visibility on search boards and user feeds. If you are e-commerce listening to this or watching this, please do this. It's definitely important for your Pinterest marketing. The other section that they talked about was the Pinterest Trends tool. Now, this is going to be, we have a Pinterest Trends tool already. This is going to be updated. So here's a few things they said. Understanding your audience means knowing what they're looking for and what grabs their attention, often before they even do. Trends on Pinterest are reliable and durable, lasting 2 times longer than those on other platforms. Pinterest is rolling out an updated trends tool, which includes improved filtering, gotta love good filters, for generating smarter results, seasonal trend forecasting for up to 90 days in advance. This is really great because people on Pinterest are planners. And then real-time shopping insights and trending products. Also amazing for e-commerce. You're going to want to use the trends tool to uncover rising search terms and pivot your creative or targeting while the interest is high. I cannot stress this enough when it comes to trying to optimize your Pinterest marketing performance. Trends has hands down been one of the #1 tools that we've used for our clients to try to get more engagement and more sales and more clicks. We are following the breadcrumbs of what Pinterest is giving us. So the fact that Pinterest Trends is getting better and better is a win-win for all of us. Okay, the last thing they talked about is this idea of full funnel. Now, if this is new to you and you are like, I have no idea what full funnel means, picture that. Picture just a funnel. The top is awareness. That's when you have the aha moment, like, ooh, this is super cool. I've never seen this before. The middle is consideration. That's like, does this have all the features that I'm looking for? Does this have the fit that I'm looking for? I'm considering this as an option. And then the bottom is conversion. Say yes to the dress. That is when you actually get people to make a purchase or take an action. So if you are running ads, you can now target all 3 of these instead of just one, which is pretty cool. Performance Plus is a tool within the ads suite that continues to be expanded with new automation features. And there's soon now to be an option for top of search max width ads. Those are going to be expensive. So if you're a low budget ad person, just kind of pause. Those max width ads are, think of like the big brands, right? Like Air France and Honda and Home Depot. They're going to crush it at those. Product sellers will now have the option to show local inventory visibility and where to buy links, streamlining the shopper journey. That's pretty cool. Promotions and price drops can now be shown automatically, whether imported from Shopify or created at scale with a bulk editor. This is awesome because when you have your Black Friday promotions or Cyber Monday, or even in January, whenever it is, you can show those prices. I'll be shown automatically. You can show that it's a promotion, which is pretty cool. Advertisers using Performance Plus have seen 20% lower cost per action and 4 times more clicks in the past 2 years. What this tells us is that Pinterest is getting better and better at their ads. In fact, I was talking to somebody the other day and we were sharing about her experience with ads. She's definitely all in on Meta ads. She has been for years. And she said Pinterest ads used to be so terrible. Like, I hated them. That is a common sentiment we have heard over the years, ad nauseum, except for the last couple of years. We know our ads clients are getting great results. We know that the dashboard is getting better and better. And we know that the targeting is getting smarter. She did point this out, which I think is really important to say. Meta ads are like New York City time. It is fast, it is moving, it's shaking. You can optimize a Meta ad in like 2 hours. Pinterest ads are like Hawaii time. A little bit more slow to optimize. It takes about 2 weeks, but once it gets moving, you're going to love it here. The water's warm. You're going to want to stay a while. So you can't take what you know about Meta ads and overlay them onto Pinterest ads. It's back to that both and, not either or. So it's important, if you have taken a break from Pinterest ads over the past couple of years because you maybe didn't like them, it's time to come back. The water's warm here. Pinterest is also deepening partnerships with other platforms and adding new partners that will help brands track performance holistically. Maybe they get the aha on Pinterest, but then make the purchase somewhere else. You're going to be able to see that. It is very clear the platform is focused on personalized discovery, AI optimization, and seamless shopping, creating new opportunities to make your content more findable and products more shoppable and strategy more data-driven. Last, I want to say that they made a lot of conversation around Gen Z. And Gen Z has been one of their fastest growing demographics, and they have been a differentiator by aging down, because that 50% realm of Gen Z are different than all the rest that have aged up. They're aging down. They're also making strides to make sure that when kids open up their phone during school hours, that it highlights that maybe you should come visit Pinterest after you get home from school, or making accounts for 16 and under automatically private. Not private by default, and you can turn it off, but it's always going to be private. So they were very clear to talk about how they are catering their platform towards Gen Z, being a positive experience, but that has a lot of other ripple effects for the other generations that are on the platform. Okay, I'd love to know what your takeaway is. Like, what did you love about Pinterest Presents? What was kind of an aha moment for you? Did you like the style? Did you like their whole theme? What did you think? Go ahead and comment down below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast in your podcast app, you can email us anytime, hello@simplepinmedia.com. Alrighty, thanks so much for listening.